Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. As always, Dan Hafner joining you here this morning. It is Tuesday, my friends. I hope you all enjoyed yesterday's episode with Lindsay. It was pretty awesome. Hope you got a lot of value out of it. We're hoping to have her back on the show at some point down the road as well. So we're going to move on to a little bit different of stuff this week. What we're going to do is actually work through like a mini course, if you will. It's going to be a little bit of a self-esteem course in the hopes that not only we can build up your self-esteem a little bit, but I can also build up mine. And it's kind of a little bit of a give and take here. So what we're going to do is have 6 episodes of the components of building self-esteem. So we're going to walk through the first one today, which is living consciously. So the 6 parts of building self-esteem here, we have living consciously, accepting yourself, your self-responsibility, self-assertiveness, living with purpose, and personal integrity. So today's topic is living consciously. As always, thank you all for joining. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So, the first component of self-esteem. Self-esteem is a weird topic. You know, like what does it actually mean to have good self-esteem, right? Man, it's tough. It's tough to define, but you know, having good self-esteem really helps you move forward and actually be, you know, a declarative person, I guess is how you say that word. But it's more than just feeling good about yourself, right? It's going forward and feeling actually confident, feeling sure, not being uncertain. There's a whole bunch of things. So the first part of this is living consciously, right? Instead of drifting through what you just defaulting into your day, basically this is the concept of run your day, right? Like, how do you actually plan a day, a week, a month, a life by design? Like, you just don't default into things, right? Like, that's the essence of what I try to talk about every day. You know, many of us don't really even consider like the mundane and routine stuff that we do. You just kind of default into it. You just roll out of bed and kind of go towards whatever comes your way. That's not living consciously, right? I mean, living consciously means like being able to like focus, like purely focus your mental capacity, your energy, like deliberately, like towards achieving something specific. You know, that's more living consciously. That's living a life on purpose and by design. You know, not just being like, well, I'm going to wing it and just hope for the best and just see where it takes me, right? So there's 3 things here I want to talk about as far as, you know, how to definitely increase your personal consciousness, right? The first part is embracing your true self, like just accepting yourself for all that you are. You got a big old wart on your face, that's fine. You know, you have flaws, you have internal flaws, you have insecurities, self-doubts. Like, it doesn't just have to be external. You have internal flaws, like, it's okay. I have internal flaws. You have internal flaws. We all have our own issues, right? But it's being able to embrace those things and own those things, right? Like you see somebody dancing in the park looking like a fool, but like they're owning it, right? Like you just own it and it's fine. It's like, oh man, that person's awesome, right? But if you're insecure about it, everyone makes fun of you and then no one cares, right? So The second part of this is like being aware of how you're spending your time and your energy. And this goes back to, living consciously. Just being aware of like, okay, this is what I'm spending my time on. This is what I need to do. Not like I'm just going to wing it and hope that things work out for the best. You actually have to plan this stuff out. Nothing happens by, like, you're never going to achieve the big stuff you want to achieve in life by accident. You get what you're committed to. You get what you work towards. You don't get what you deserve. I've talked about this before. Like, you get what you plan and you're committed to. If you're committed to something big, you have to dig out a plan to get it. You have to focus your time and your energy on actually getting that. You just have to plan it out. There's no way you're going to get bigger stuff in life by just going by accident. Like, this is one thing that I've learned. I always thought, like, if you just put the pieces in place in your life and you just were able to keep working, keep doing it, keep paying the price, like, things would come. It's not how it works. Like, you can't just fly by night and just hope that things work out. It'll never work out. Okay, and the third part of this is increasing your self-awareness. Because this kind of ties in with being aware of how you spend your time, right? Like, being aware of your priorities. Like, being aware of, okay, my priorities are making money, or my priorities are my health. My priorities are my relationships. Like, what are your priorities listed in order? And are you spending more time and effort on the more important things? Right? If you find yourself spending time and effort on things that are lower on your priority list, and you're spending more time than the stuff higher on your priority list, you're out of whack. You're not going to be able to live consciously because you're defaulting into the non-important, non-urgent tasks that aren't serving your highest priorities in life. Right? This is the best way that I know of to just make sure that you're actually running yourself and your life by design and not by default. You just have to become more self-aware. Okay. So my question for you today is this: where in your life are you not living consciously? Where are you not embracing your true self? Where are you not being aware of how you're spending your time and energy? And where are you not being self-aware? How can you start being more of these things? Where can you start living more consciously inside of your fitness, inside of your health, inside of your job, relationships, whatever it might be? Where can you start living more consciously, pay attention to the smaller things, sweat the details, and actually start making the small changes that will lead to the bigger changes? So that's my question for you guys today. Hope you get a chance to either journal this or document it, teach it to someone, whatever you got to do. So, all right, guys, we're gonna continue on with this one tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit more about self-acceptance. So hope you guys are going to enjoy this little 6-part series I'm doing here. It's going to be pretty fun, be working through it. I'm also learning a lot about myself, kind of doing a study and a share with this. So as always, going to wrap up today's show. Dan Hafner signing off the Run Your Day podcast. Live consciously and don't live by default. Run your day. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.